All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cowboy Seedbox Show. Something special for everyone out there. Look what my granddaughter did. Cowboy Commando. Oh my God, she is so funny. She is so funny. All right, listen. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that I thought I was subscribed to. Turns out I wasn't. So I went through a lot and I made adjustments. Speaking of that, don't forget to leave a comment, sub. This video is not going to appeal to everybody in my knife community, right? And, you know, my knives are not going to appeal to everybody in the rock and roll community. But hey, if there's one person out there that likes to collect knives and play music, well, then you're in the right place. Okay, so I've been a musician ever since, oh my God, the late 70s. All right. And I was in and out of a lot of bands through the 80s, nothing real serious. I played cheap rip off, Fender P basses. I did have a Fender P bass at one point. Wasn't mine, it was on loan. I had it for like 3 years and I hated to give that back. And then when I was in the Navy, I played an Ibanez bass, and I wound up giving it away before I went home. So somebody out there, out in the Persian Gulf, still has it, right? And that was in 1989, 90. Anyway, came home, got back into another band in 92. And what did I play? Oh, I bought another Ibanez, right? It was okay. It did the job. But then I got serious. In 96, 97, I bought this bass. It was the most comfortable, well-sounding bass I ever played. And it was like budget. It was like $400 back in 96, 97. This bass has been through over 1,000 shows, you know, probably a lot more. You kind of lose count. 96 to just after the 9/11 attacks, I started slowing down playing music full time. But anyway, I played this bass from 96 to say 2011. All right. And I've had since. So it's like 28 years old. And it's time that I do a makeover. So I'm going to show you guys this bass. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. This is my Fender Foundation 19 Fender. Did I say Fender? PV Foundation 1996. I absolutely love it. Crafted in the USA. Yep, PV Foundation. I see that on there. Right. Lot of road wear. Right. The bands I was in were kind of crazy, kind of metally, kind of punky. And then more like Zeppelin type stuff, Aerosmith, and now more like Stonesy type. But anyway, we're pretty wild. All right, remember this was like in the 90s. I'm in my 30s and just I call that my decade of decadence. I covered up all the scars with stickers as best I could, lots of knife stickers, but they're all going to be coming off. All right, I got some spackling to do, some sanding. Going to replace the hardware, right? Top and bottom. We're going to paint it, and I'm going to keep these pickups because I've never had a problem with them. And I'm going to replace the bridge. But guess what? All right, I put some new strings on it, and it sounds awesome. Try this little pick here. Sometimes I pick, sometimes I don't. I forgot how to play it. Why am I doing all this? Because I'm getting back into a band again. And this band is kind of heavy, right? Kind of light. Get the best of both worlds. So again, this channel appeals to mostly, my knife community. And I did promise you guys that I'm changing my format, but I always will show you the knife of the day. So I do have a knife of the day to show you, so don't go nowhere. All right? I'm still talking about this. So, I hope there's somebody out there that finds this little cool, little helpful. Who else out there has the PV Foundation? Why do I always call it the Fender Foundation? I'm sorry. I love it. And if I screw it up, I'm going to have to get another bass. All right? Because this is going to look totally different from what I have in mind. Nope, that ain't right. How about do that little Steve Harris? He's a genius. Anyway, this thing still sounds great, and I plan on just hopefully I'm praying it turns out well. And in about a week or so, I'm going to do a follow up to this. This is part one of the PV Foundation. All right, 1996. So stay tuned for part two, which should be in about a week or two. All right, I'm so paranoid. All right. Anyway, um, so attention, all veterans, all uh, soldiers, sailors, pirates, knife enthusiasts, all right, hat enthusiasts. We're going to have a rocking good time here at the old Cowboy Bebop show. Now, as promised, I did say knife of the day. What's the knife of the day? Well, what's behind me? Commando, Arnold. But my granddaughter put my head on there, right? So it's the Cowboy Commando. Thinking about changing the name, right? Cowboy Bebop show. I might go Cowboy Commando, but I don't want people to think that I'm not shooting videos without any underwear on. Knife of the day. Shout out to Greg Foster. This came to me all the way from Australia. This is the Marcos Blunari Commando Movie Knife. How cool is this? One of a kind. There are no two alike. And if you guys ever seen the movie Commando, you'll notice that it's badass. I mean, a lot of competition between the Commando movie knife and the Rambo First Blood knife, and part two, First Blood 2. But anyway, so many people debate: is the Commando? Do you like this one better than the First Blood knife? I got to go with the Rambo First Blood only because it's what started me in my obsession. 1982 Rambo First Blood. I used to just love my Buck 110 until that movie came out. Oh, so anyway, I always wanted one of these. I could never find one. I've seen some custom makers make it, and they weren't exactly true to the movie knife. This one is true to the movie knife. The life support system, that's what they call this. So this came all the way from down under to East Coast USA, and I love it. I love you, Greg Foster, and I love your daughter, Jane. Hello, Jane. And guys, I'm just glad you're here. So anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay tuned for part two in about a week or two. So take one last look at this bad boy. All right. Love this base. Heavy duty. And that's going to be stripped and repainted. And yes, I am going with a different color. I already drew a painting, or I'm sorry, a picture of what I have in mind. So I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. As I said, I'm hoping I still have the artistic skills I once had in the 80s. All right. Thanks again for being here. And I'll see you guys soon. That's it. Cheers.